What is going on, Kansas City? I am Brandon the Franchise Buff alongside my big man Bishop, and this is KC Sports with Bishop and Franchise this Monday, July 29 of 2024. We have got some great things to talk to you about today. In fact, something that just popped up on my Twitter feed earlier this afternoon, but we'll get on to that here in just a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got a great show. Bishop, my man, how are you, sir?
My brother, I'm good. Good weekend. Just ready to get things going, man. Exciting things coming from Chiefs training camp. They out here playing, high school, grade school, backyard, whatever you want to call it, man. Raiders fans talking, running their face. Football's back, man.
Man, I tell you, we got some great things to talk about, and you see it on me, you see it on Bishop here in a bit. We got to do a big shout out to Mr. Taryn Rodriguez. Absolutely good evening, sir, or it should be good afternoon on your side of the world. But first and foremost, let's talk about some gimmicks here real quick. You can follow us on the Twitter, on the Instagram, on the Book of Face, TikTok at IE Sports Radio, as well as you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, all the good places that you can listen to for all your podcast needs. Of course, find us on iesportsradio.com. If you want to get some merch and represent us and support us, iesportsradio.com/shop. Of course, as always, a direct link to us, iesportsradio.com/this is KC Sports. And of course, on the Twitter, you can follow us on this is KC_IESR. You can follow myself at Real Franchise, and then you can follow my boy X Runners with a Z on the end. Of course, we cannot forget about the people that keep the lights on for us over at Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet. And of course, Seal the Deal Wax Seals. Holy Toledo. Do we have some things that we need to talk about, Bishop?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We got some things we got to talk about, boy. But first and foremost, look at our swag. Look at our swag. Look at this. Are we matchers? We're matchers. We're matchers today.
Man.
I told you. We told the world last week that yourself and we got some swag from Miss Jody. And I tell you,
Jody for president.
Yeah, Jody for president. Jody for president. Sorry, Kamala. Sorry, Donald. It's Jody. Jody for president. Man, it was awesome, guys. You know, Bishop was nice enough to swing on by, and we got some business taken care of. We got to represent our swag and get these exchanged on out. So big shout out to Miss Jody. Thank you so much for helping us out. I tell you, what do we talk about today? What do we talk about? We got some things we got to talk about here. Let's go ahead and talk about the Royals.
Hey,
yeah.
We're getting a little feedback from some listeners. Can you up your volume just a little bit?
Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. I think I know what's going on. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. How's this? Are we sounding good? Can we hear good?
I mean, I can hear you just fine.
Thumbs up. Okay. I'm getting a green light from production, so I think we're good. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
All right. So let's talk about the Kansas City Royals. They had a pretty crazy week, if you will. Man, oh man. Let's go back over here. First and foremost, they let's talk about, and very sorry, always Arizona sports. I know you're in the room with us. My condolences. The Kansas City Royals did beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 10-4. Now,
I was happy.
Bobby Witt Jr. Bishop, that's the man of the hour. That's the man of all 9 innings.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this, dude.
I'm a little upset. I mean, I get it. It's a competitive sport. He was gunning for the cycle. I think in the first game of that series with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Uh, they hit him. Everyone says it's intentional. I mean, I saw the pitcher's reaction. He kind of was like, "Oh, I think I didn't mean to do it." But show improve. Great improv, and you can make it look like it wasn't intentional, but it was probably intentional. Y'all was getting smacked around. He was gunning for the cycle. Yeah, it was probably intentional.
I mean, you're looking at a home run, a triple, double, single, three RBIs, one away from the cycle. Now, we keep saying, Bishop, you and I, we keep saying the cycle. What is a cycle? Well, it's basically when a batter hits a single, double, triple, and a home run all in the same game, as it's considered a rare feat. Now, I believe the last time that happened was, I want to say, back in 2014. I could be wrong on that, so I apologize. But this was like a big deal, especially with how the season has been for the Kansas City Royals. Big shout out to Taryn. Big shout out to Larry B, who's in the chat room with us. Um, you know, with how the season's been going, how it's been going back and forth, yada yada, all that good jazz. Um, you know, you hate to see it, but honestly, I'm with you on that because people will say it's unintentional. The pitcher played it off. Let me tell you something. Playing a character for 10 years of my life as Brandon the franchise buck in the wrestling ring, I can fake a chair shot. I get hit. It's not that actually doesn't hurt me, but it does hurt me to the fans. And then as soon as I'm through that curtain, then show's over. It's time to get showered up and dressed up and out the venue. Yeah, breaking the fourth wall. Sorry, but I mean, he was going for a cycle. That's a big thing. Let's stop him. Let's stop the momentum. And of course, well, the Royals answered back. I mean, Bobby Witt Jr. was hit by pitch by Humberto Castellanos in the seventh inning. John Schreiber hit catcher Gabriel Marino later on. And then, of course, Torrey Lavulo ran to the umpires to complain, only to get the injection. So that's kind of a little play-by-play right there of the big game that happened over this weekend. What are your thoughts? We've seen this before. If you remember back in the day, 2014, when the Royals had beef with the Oakland Athletics, there was a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, even with Chicago White Sox. I want to say there was another team too, but I mean, does it kind of bring you back to the 2014 season?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it was we had issue with San Francisco.
Yep,
I
that's it.
remember. Yeah, around that time. Yeah, man, it does. Baseball is very much alive here in Kansas City. We still got a lot of work to do to earn that playoff spot, man. 6.5 games back. We're in third place still in the AL Central. And I don't know. We got the White Sox tonight, I believe. So like I said, it does remind me of 2014. That it's right. It's lining up, and hopefully they can push through and do something, because we kind of struggled a little bit with them Cubs.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Cubs, man, they came in and put on a show, dude. The last 3 games, man, pretty much over the weekend, man.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we took game 1, but they took game 2 and 3, so we got some work to do.
5:14 Central Time. The Kansas City Royals will be visitors in Chicago White Sox country at 7:10. White Sox currently 27-81, comparable to the Kansas City Royals 57-49 for current record standings so far. So that could be fun. And I don't want to say that Kansas City's going to win because, as we all know, in the game of baseball, literally anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. So, with that being said, any last minute remarks against the White Sox for the game tonight?
Hopefully we can sweep the series. But yeah, like you said, anything can happen, man. It ain't like White Sox on paper don't look that great, but man, same thing. I feel the same way about the White Sox as I do about Oakland. On paper, stats and all that, they may not look the best, but they got hitters. Um, and White Sox got hitters,
They
just like Oakland, just
they
like
do.
Oakland. Don't,
They do.
but yeah,
They got
hopefully,
hitters, but
hopefully
they can't double it.
Yeah, hopefully we can sweep the season. I mean, series, the 3-game series, and then we get ready to take on Detroit after that. Um, we did do some. There was a trade. Royals
Yes.
did a trade. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know
What?
about feel about the pitcher that they got. Um, Considering he just gave up a home run yesterday.
That yes.
Yeah, so they traded. They got. I think his name is Michael Lorenz or something like that.
Hmm.
Um, he's not bad, but I I wanted something else. Like the Royals are literally one bat, one pitcher away from just cruising the rest of the season and walking into the playoffs. Yeah, Michael Lorenz, they traded for him. I don't know what the Lorenzen or whatever. I don't know what the trade deal was. I just know that I saw the trade alert pop across my phone and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Right.
Like this guy.
Right.
So I don't know. I thought we needed a closer. I think he'll be a good relief pitcher,
Hmm.
in between some stuff, but I don't know.
I got you. I got you. Well, that was a lot for 16 minutes of talking about the Kansas City Royals, and with good standing too. So, I mean, I got to tell you what, I need to grab my bottle of water really quick because we have a lot more big stuff to talk about, especially something that happened this afternoon with some backyard stuff with the Kansas City Chiefs at practice
Yeah.
at at practice today. Are you serious? Guys, stick around because we got to pay the piper. We got to do a quick commercial break real quick, but we will be right back right here on This is KC Sports. Oh my God, guys, you're listening to IE Sports, your home that is everything sports. We'll be right back.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
Welcome back, everybody, on this fine, very hot, very humid Monday afternoon here in Kansas City. Myself, Brandon the Franchise Buck, alongside my big man, Bishop. We we are here with This is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Let's just go down the list here right quick. Follow us on the Twitter, on the Gram, on the Facebook, on the TikTok at iesportsradio.com, as well as IE Sports Radio that is available on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, all the good jazz where you can get all of your podcast needs. Of course, a direct feed to iesportsradio.com. You want to support us, go to iesportsradio.com/shop, as well as iesportsradio.com/thisisKC Follow us on the Twitter at thisisKC_IESR. You can follow myself at Real Franchise, and of course, Bishop at XRunners with a Z at the end. Make sure to support Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet, as well as Seal the Deal Wax Seals. Bishop, are you ready to talk about some backyard stuff?
Let's get to it, man.
Let's get to it. Let's talk about those crazy, wacky Kansas City Chiefs, because, you know, you just wonder what's going on in Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid's head. Even let's go ahead and bring up some Travis Kelce stuff. That started from game one, but then or from practice one. But then something happened today that I've never seen before, and I've been a fan since '92, '93 during the Joe Montana, Marcus Allen era. So I've never seen this before. Maybe I'm wrong on this because I haven't seen any other team do this, even if it was bad practice. But we're going to get to that here in just a second. Let's talk about what's been going on at practice here and all the stuff that's going on over at St. Joe. So, of course, everybody plays it off like, oh, my God, this is the downfall of the Kansas City Chiefs because Travis Kelce got heated with George Karlaftis because of a big hit against Kadarius Toney during practice. Guess what? Welcome to football. It's supposed to be a little bit rough. It's supposed to be a little bit hanging and banging. It's 1 billion degrees outside, and there's going to be a lot of temper tantrums happening right now. Also, with that same sense, this is a team captain, a team leader, and Travis Kelce educating crazy, furious George. Hey, calm your stuff. Censored version. Do you like that? Just calm your stuff. Let's back the truck up a little bit. Let's wait for the real hits a little bit later on. Then, of course, our first padded practice was Friday, Bishop, which Andy Reid thought to be positive both on the offense and defense. You love to see that stuff. That's good. It's still very, very early. Very, very early. Like, this whole thing could go to crud in like a week or whatever's left in practice and what have you for public practice. We have Josh Williams made a great deep pass play against Xavier Worthy, it was, and deflected the ball on 11-on-11 practice. Big thing, pretty cool. Obviously a fan favorite there. Timed correctly and avoided an early contact. So, I mean, that was good. No penalty on that play. Tyree Gillespie, a Missouri alum, so a dude from your side of Kansas City. Got a pass breakup down the field during 7-on-7 practice, as well as rookie corner Kamal Hayden also punched the ball free from the ball carrier during 11-on-11 practice. So, I mean, you got some good positives so far. What do you think?
Yeah. From what I've seen, everything looks good. I am so ecstatic. Hold up. So ecstatic that football is back, man. And it's back because you have the same stuff that is being reported right now. Chargers is apparently going to win the division again.
Oh, come on!
They do it every year, dude. Every year, Chargers are winning a division every freaking year. That's how you know football is back.
Yeah.
The whole
Justin
Travis
Herbert, he's going to do it.
Yeah. Travis Kelce did the right thing, man. Getting a hold of Karlaftis because, well, one, it was supposed to be, semi no contact
Correct.
practice. It wasn't in pads or anything, and and it was a blatant late hit on Kadarius
Yes.
Toney. Like it
Uh-huh.
was like 5 seconds late.
Yep.
So
Whoops.
I know they, when especially us men, we, those that testosterone starts building up, man. You know what I'm saying? The animal just comes out. So I get both sides of it. But yeah, Kelsey did the right thing checking him because you don't want to do that in the game against the opponent. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Um,
Right.
but yeah, crazy stuff, man. The crazy, like you was talking about the pass. They did a play where it's kind of like, I think on Madden, I think it's called cross or something like that, crosses or something. I use it all the time. All the time. It's like four receivers and they
Yep.
both just cross the middle of the field. I use it every play. Uh they did that with Worthy and whoever else. And I think they threw it to Worthy or whatever and he caught it. But it was like it was crazy. Some other things I seen was oh man, Worthy got held on the play. He
Mm-hmm.
got his jersey tugged as he was as he was getting away from the receiver. He got his jersey tugged and he still caught the ball, dude, in the end zone.
Yep.
This is gonna be a fun season. That's all I
It's
can
going to
say.
be fun. It's going to be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
That exact backyard stuff was quadruple pass today from Mahomes to Tony to Mahomes to Tony to Worthy. Um, I'm
Crazy.
watching it right now. You can actually uh, check this out. The credit is going to go to at KC Sports Network, not us KC Sports, but KC Sports Network, which was also retweeted by underscore MLF or ML Football. And you can check out the footage if you're on the Twitter about that. That was just fun. I mean, I don't. I guess I'm a simple being. Like I'm vanilla when it comes to Madden. I try. Dude, we got the corn dog.
Oh man.
We got all that good jazz and whatnot. But then you got
Which,
this guy, and they kind of hinted it
which
out
is
a little
crazy.
bit.
That corn dog play is gonna be in Madden 25, by the way.
Yep, yep. I mean, first it was the no look, then it was the diving throw, and we've accumulated all the way to corn dog.
Dude, it's to the point where Andy Reid and Mahomes is they kind of like the Simone Biles of the NFL, where they kind of all these crazy ass plays and starting to make it in Madden and stuff. And Simone Biles is just sitting there getting every damn skill set named after her.
Hmm.
Like, that's what it reminds me of.
It does. It does. Big shout out to to the folks that are in our chat right now. Thank you so much for listening. Wow, we got a lot of people watching us right now. That's great. That's great
Yeah,
stuff.
man.
Thank you guys so
There's a
much.
they tinkering around with another play. They did it. It resulted in an interception though, but they're doing some kind of weird experiment where I think it's doing kickoff, and they had Sky Moore try to throw it lateral backwards or something.
Yep,
It's they're doing all kind of. To me, training camp is just experiment for Andy Reid. That's all it is. Like
it really
I
is.
don't think they really even take it that serious.
No, no, it's just fun to
It's
watch.
all
Especially fun.
experiments. That's it.
I do want to, and we've talked about this until we're blue in the face. I do want to emphasize, especially today when I was at my wink wink real job. The heat index today was at least 110 degrees. That humidity coming from somebody who used to do roofing and construction and all that jazz before I started doing this stuff. That humidity doesn't play. It does not play at all. It's not like being in Las Vegas where it's a dry heat, and you just get that. No, you're going to be getting the moisture. It's going to feel like a volcano blowing in your face when that wind hits. So for anybody who's visiting St. Joe, um, or who's going to be outside for a good while, don't just take your time, but and definitely hydrate. You can go to any retail place like Walmart or Target or whatever, they have little hydration packets you can mix in with your water so it's not bland. I had Skittles and lime today at work, so I mean that was something. Just take care of yourselves. Just take care of yourselves if and when you're out there, whether it be yourselves or the family, and definitely the kids. If it's
And
110
your
heat
pets.
index, got to be at least 130,
Yeah,
like in
and
summer.
your pets also. Make sure your
Mm-hmm.
pets, if they flood, make sure they got adequate shade and water. Bring them in if there's no shade. Yeah, it's definitely hot today. Um,
All
yeah,
this week.
and like I always say, there's no shade in St. Joe whatsoever.
No,
So,
there's not.
as a matter of fact, I think it's a heat advisory until Thursday, starting today until Thursday.
Yep,
So,
yep. It's
uh,
supposed to start to cool down about 7 o'clock, but that's right
yeah,
before the Royals game, which they'll be in Chicago, so it doesn't really matter over here, anyways. But
right,
yeah,
yeah,
no, it's going to be a very sticky situation. Sticky
yeah.
situation, kind of like Andy Reid, as Larry B has commented on, is a legit mad scientist when he's drawing up plays. It's sticky with what he does with those
I,
plays.
I,
Say,
Larry B, man, I want to see Andy Reid's playbooks. I know he probably has a ton of them, and it's just like he's like, this year let's just because if you think about it, when we had Kareem Hunt, we haven't even seen those plays that was happening when we had Kareem Hunt. So it ain't
nope.
this dude. Andy Reid library is deep as hell, man.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely, it is. Absolutely. God Almighty, I just lost my train of thought here. I mean, it's kind of like on the Water Boy, you know, where you, where you have the funds like Henry Winkler. He's like holding on to his playbook, and he's just holding tight, like they're my plays. I need them.
Hey, look
And
who's in the chat.
look who's in the chat, Miss.
Hey,
Thank
hey,
you for the swag from Miss Jody. Gave it to
Jody
us.
for president.
Jody for president. Oh, you got about, it looks like on my count on my side, you got about 45 people that are getting ready to say thank you, other than us two and then our production truck. That are saying thank you for the Kansas City Chiefs swag. That deserves. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. I don't even know. Thank you. A big thank you so much for making
Yeah,
us look
thank you.
awesome and whatnot. Trust me, yes. The TS for you. Absolutely. I know
There
she'll
you
appreciate.
go.
She will appreciate that. Man, Bishop, I tell you, we still got some more things we need to talk about here. We got Sporting KC. We've got the KC Current.
Are they
We
still
got to talk
playing?
about
I
some
forgot all
tournament
about Sporting
stuff.
KC. I forgot all
Yeah,
about Sporting KC.
I can tell you. I can tell you. They definitely are doing some business. In fact, their next game is coming up here very shortly. But really quick before we start round two of paying our bills and what have you, first and foremost, we've got to thank our sponsors, the people that keep our lights on and whatnot. We've got to and definitely thank the people that are in our chat. I see we have somebody excuse me if they've been in the room before, but Fire Vixen 6465. I've never seen them before, but
Welcome.
thank you so much for joining us. Of course, Miss
Welcome.
Jody, thank you so much for joining us. Everybody in the production truck. I'm seeing our views going skyrocketing right now, boy. I
Hey,
mean,
man, that's nice.
that's nice. It's nice. It's good to see that 52 people right now are going to see what how much of a goofy looking SOB I am.
That's crazy, man. Um, so, uh, you think of
Oh my goodness, guys! I'm going to tell
up
you
there in
what.
training camp?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
what I I think he's a clone of Travis Kelsey, man. He had a nice catch in the end zone also. I think it was from Mahomes, but I know we always talk about Mahomes, talk about Kelsey, word, all the. Let's give some props to Carson Wentz. That
Yes,
dude is looking like a stud, and it's crazy that he's a backup, and he should be a starter on somebody's team, man. Shout out to Carson Wentz because he is lighting it up there in St. Joe.
I'm really
I
glad at
swear.
the fact.
So we
I'm,
say Andy Reid is this mad scientist when drawing up plays, but Andy Reid is a mad scientist universal because he will take you. He's like said it before. I think I said it before, early in the early stages of this show, when it first got started. Andy Reid is the Dr. Dre of the NFL, dude.
yep.
He will take you and really he will revitalize. Like he would just redo your whole everything, man. Like you could go from being a backup, like i.e. Carson Wentz. I guarantee you after this year, Carson Wentz, if he sticks around, he'll be a starter somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he just, he get these guys paid. He get them contracts. Like, man, Andy Reid is just a boss, man.
He's a boss. We were very thankful to have him. Um, you know, I keep seeing this over and over again, and I agree with it 100%. We cannot take this whole thing for granted because one of these days it's going to end. Let's just be real. It's life. It's
Shout
sports.
out to Marcus Lowe's great, man. He's
Absolutely.
another host here at IE Sports Radio. Good
Now,
good guy.
really quick before you answer Marcus's question, before we go into commercial, Adam, I can answer this for you in very simple terms. Now, for those that are listening, he goes, we're going to backtrack really quick, just really, really quick. He asked, can either of you two explain how the Royals dropped that series against the Cubs? I will answer that for you because it's Kansas City. Welcome to Kansas City, anything. We do some stupid stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
You think we're
That's
going to
a
win?
fact, man.
Yep. Surprise.
Surprise. Yep.
But
Surprise.
you know the ending to that, but we'll just leave it at that. Now, Bishop, Marcus is asking where the barbecue.
I don't know, man. Somewhere. They got plenty of places to choose from. I haven't had barbecue in I think the last time I had some barbecue, man, was geez. I don't know. Like you get tired of it at some point.
I mean, the last time I had barbecue was with Jody, but breaking kayfabe. But we had some good old Joe's barbecue. So shout out to Joe's. That was some good stuff. But I tell you what, guys, Bishop, we are going to take a quick commercial break here, right quick. We're going to represent our sponsors, the people that keep the lights on for us, and we are going to be right back. This is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daryl Kinsey Jr., and I'm welcoming you to take another lap with the fastest show on IE Sports Radio. Yes, this is the Extra Mile with me and my co-hosts Christopher Lehman and Michael Ward. We talk everything racing from NASCAR to IndyCar to Formula One to limited hydroplanes, endurance racing, the NHRA, and more. So come join us for an hour of great racing talk and a lot of fun as well on the Extra Mile, Thursdays at 8 p.m. only on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's up, everybody? This is Taryn Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of Thunderous Spikes? Then I have the show for you. Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Brandon, the franchise buck, alongside my big man over here, Bishop. We are representing Kansas City with some swag. He's got to look over there because it's too heavy. It's too heavy. You can't just have that thing dangling. Big shout out to Miss Jody. Thank you so much for it. We really, really do appreciate over here at This is KC Sports. But, of course, let's go and talk about this really quick, just for the reminder, since we have so many people watching us right now. Follow us on the Twitter, on the Instagram, on Facebook, and TikTok at IE Sports Radio, as well as you can check us out on IE Sports Radio. at Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, all the good stuff that you need for your podcast needs, as well as a direct feed to iesportsradio.com. You can even check us out directly at iesportsradio.com/KC Sports. You can follow us on the Twitter at @thisIsKC_IESR. You can follow myself on Twitter at Real Franchise, as well as my man Bishop at XRunners with a Z, not a G, a Z. Of course, we have to send some mad respect to Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet, as well as Seal the Deal Wax Seals. Whoo! That was a lot, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. We're here to have fun. We're here to have a good time. It's a good time here. All right. All right, let's talk about some sporting KC here. Man, would I hate to go back in time at Olathe North and play some soccer in this type of humidity and this type of heat and this type of weather this entire week? Absolutely not. But these boys in blue and navy blue and white, they can do the job better than you and I can, respectfully. So,
yeah.
With that being said, of course, 9 days ago, they tied with St. Louis 1-1 on July 20th game. They played against God Almighty, Chicago in the Leagues Cup, which we'll get to here in a second. And then, of course, they play next Monday, August 5, against Toluca at the 8 p.m. for the Leagues Cup with that. Bishop, what do you think about the boys in blue and white and navy blue? What do you think? How do you think they're doing this season so far?
I think they're gonna have to start over next season.
I think so.
Simple as that. So. Let's just call it what it is this season, and we'll get ready to wrap it up and focus on next season. I mean, shout out to them for getting the win yesterday, 2-1 against Chicago. They did okay. They only had 18 shots. 18 shots, 6 of them was on target. They had the ball for 54% of the time. 453 passes. They did have a pass accuracy of 85%. 12 fouls committed by Sporting KC. They didn't have any yellow cards, no red cards. They did have 1 offside. They had 4 corners.
Correct.
Both teams pretty much stunk.
They did.
Look at that. Look at the banner. 12th in the West, man. Like 25 points back from first. It's just wrap it up, man. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up, B. Just wrap it up.
Yep. Wrap it up. This is, like I said, Children's Mercy Park is either cursed or they just like, hey, we just gonna downplay this season and next season come back, sort of like the Rose did last season. They made bad wrong history, and this season they making history. They on the right side of history. This team is on the wrong side of the history, Sporting KC, and hopefully next season they can correct that. But I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure why they are playing the way they playing. They've been playing bad all year. They were either I believe they were either drawing or just flat out losing.
That's it. Big shout out to Ralph Calise. Good afternoon to you as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, if you're watching this live, please feel free to interact with us. We definitely highlight and keep up with the comments from our YouTube channel to Instagram and what have you. We would love to get people's opinions on what they think about the Soccer Nation, if you will.
Shout out to Adam Karnick. I don't know how I missed Adam Karnick's comment. Did we address his question?
We did.
About the Cubs and the Royals? Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Adam Karnick, man. He is another host here on IE Sports Radio. He's part of the family. He hosts the Chicago. He does the Chi-Town stuff, and yeah, he's a good guy.
And
I love his I love his content.
we have to
His
say
show's coming up later today, also, unless the times
yes,
change. It's coming
yes,
up today.
absolutely.
Him and Taryn Rodriguez, Set Point.
Big shout out to him, and a very formal hello to Mrs. Bishop. Very nice to meet you. I'm the idiot that your husband talks to on a weekly basis.
So got to keep Mahomes humble.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's not break kayfabe and talk about what you're wearing on a Sunday when I met you.
Yeah. Yeah. Good afternoon, my man Ralph Khalees is in the building. He's another host here at IE Sports Radio.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I
He
tell you,
does
so
the Yinzer report, right? He's a
yes,
Pittsburgh. Can't
yep.
can't wait to see you on not Christmas. Yeah, yeah. Don't we play Pittsburgh on Christmas?
I want
I
to say
think
we
so.
do.
Somewhere
We'll
there.
we'll,
I know we play
we'll double
Pittsburgh
check
soon. Yeah.
that. My notes are shifted. I have a 13-pound cat that likes to mess around with my notes. Um, uh, so you're thinking like we should just start all over. So the fact is, it breaks my heart though, because have you seen that stadium? It's over at Legends. It's over in the Legends in uh, Shawnee, Kansas City, Lenexa, whatever that is. It's got the
Yeah,
shops.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I haven't been to a Sporting KC game, but my son, second oldest son, his high school graduation was over there at Children's Mercy Park. It's a beautiful park.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And
It's just I don't know what the heck is going on. Like I said, last season, Casey Current was over there playing, and we saw their season, and now that they're in their brand new shiny stadium, you look at their season now. But Sporting KC, I don't know how they made the playoffs last season, but they did it. They squeaked in there, but I don't know.
we're still talking about that, and we've got to go and talk about the girls. We got to give them some respect here. Give respect where
Oh yeah,
respect's due,
definitely.
because as of this last weekend, as of 2 days ago, we'll count Saturday as the day, because I don't really count Sunday as a weekend. It's just kind of like it preps you for Monday, so it's kind of depressing. But to each their own. But the fact of the matter is this: CPKC KC Current Stadium was named on the Times World's Greatest Places out of 100. They made the list. Out of 100 places in the United States of America, the Kansas City Current Stadium is one of the tops that you need to visit out of 100. That's pretty awesome.
That's dope. That's
That's
dope, man.
absolutely awesome. Now, I've had a chance one time accidentally. I passed by it without realizing I was passing it, until I saw a giant red and teal right next to me. I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, here's the stadium. This is what
Yeah,
I get for
yeah,
taking a roundabout in downtown city." Um,
yeah. That's what happened to me too. I
mhm.
taking that roundabout, and I'm
Yep.
driving like, oh, stadium right there.
Yeah. I've got a buddy. He's known as King Richard, but he's also known as Teal Man. We're old fraternity brothers, and he'll be dressed up. He's bald headed with this giant old beard, so he'll paint his beard like red and have glitter in it, and his entire face
We
and
got
head will be
we got to
teal.
see if we can get him on the show one.
I would love
That'd be
to, and
dope.
in all honesty, I believe if I kept up to date with him, he's in Canada for some reason. He's keeping that
Mm.
kayfabe right now, so I don't know exactly what that means, but I did see some soccer stuff. I'm not trying to say that that's exactly what's happening, because I really honestly don't. But I would love to have Richard on the show. I would love for him
Yeah,
to talk about like what got him, because I think it's funny for me because I kind of know like 3/4 of the story up until this point. But because let's paint a picture here, and I'll let him tell his side of the story. But the fact remains, um, when we both went to Pittsburgh State University once upon a time in a faraway land, his sister actually asked me to put him under my wing when we were part of the Pitt State marching band. Well, lo and behold, did I realize that this kid was an entertainer, and he was just. I mean, we've seen Drumline with Nick Cannon. We've seen
hmm
um, you got served and all that jazz. We were always the guys that started up the dance at the beginning of the drum cadence right before we just rocked it out and did our thing and what have you. That was kind of like our theme, if you will. Fast forward to now. Now the dude is living probably like 20 feet away from the current stadium, and he's he's just entertaining the fans. He's signing autographs, he's taking pictures, he's doing this and that. He has no correlation with Casey Current other than just being a super fan. I think that's really, really awesome. And especially somebody that I personally know. So I'm going to
Yeah,
see what,
that's
no promises, but I'm going to see what I can do to get Richard on the show.
yeah. I love to find out how he became Tillman. Dude. Like that, that is it's interesting seeing him out there in the crowd, man. Like you can't miss him. You know,
No.
all that till, and then like you said, that beard is like red, like fiery red. You know?
Yep. Yep. We'll see what we can do. I'll see what I can do on my side. As you can see, for those of you that are watching us live, thank you so much. If you're watching us live on whatever platform, whether it be YouTube or Instagram or even Twitter, what have you, Casey Curran and the rest of the NWSL is on break until Friday, August 23. The Kansas City Current, which is second right now, will play the Washington Spirit, who is third, on the road Sunday, August 25. So if you didn't hear anything that I said, just remember August 25 is when the Kansas City Current takes on the Washington Spirit for gameplay back in action. I would love to go to a Current game. I just,
Yeah.
you know,
I wanted to. I was trying to catch the tickets when they went on sale.
Mm-hmm. I
Poof,
can
they were
actually.
gone.
I mean,
You could probably catch them now, but pre-stadium opening.
Pre-stadium opening.
When they sent that email out, if you didn't respond to that email, no chance. It was sold out.
Nope. They were gone. They were ready. They were absolutely ready. And I am looking at it right now. Let's see. So it looks like that game, for the 25th is going to be an away game. It looks like on the 28th they take on Gotham at 12. And I'm looking at game time right now, and the quote unquote super deal is it looks to be 2 tickets for 115.
Wow. Hey, it's worth it though, man. Like
It is.
they put on the women in Teal put on a very elaborate show
They do.
from what you see. Like they're second place. With the one loss that was given to them by Orlando Pride, they just kicking butt, man. What was that? July 27th. They were playing Pachuca or whatever, and that
Toluca
Summer Cup.
over in Mexico.
Yeah, and that Summer Cup league that they're in now, 3-0. Houston Dash, they had to play them in that Summer Cup, 3-1. Like they scored. They don't care if it's in season, if it's in the summer league. They don't. If it's on the weekend in your backyard, they putting up points, dude.
It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter at all. They put up points. They put in the effort. They do what they got to do, and that's what I absolutely respect about them. I respect the fact because we have very, very solid role models for young women and teens and adults or what have you. Big shout out to Ralph with the hit the thumbs up for us. Thank you.
Man, Ralph is the guy, man. He's a good guy. I was tuned into his show the other day, man. He had his son on. Good guy,
that's
man.
Awesome.
Good guy.
That's awesome. We love to hear stuff like that. And back to the Current. I mean, what a I honestly have got no problem if I were on the bridge, and you know what bridge I'm talking about. If I was on the bridge and I just took an aerial view and whatnot, I'm solid. I'm good. That would last 5 seconds though, for obvious reasons. But it's I'm actually kind of jealous at the fact that the Current stadium is over in Jackson County area, Clay County area, than the Legends Stadium or Legends, Jesus. The Sporting KC Stadium is over in Legends, which is fine. It's close. I used to work post right next to Children's Mercy practice field. Very nice field. It looks like something like high school teams or even college teams would use, especially Pitt State. Um, very nice location too. Because I mean, if you get tired of that, you can just walk up the hill and go to the Kansas City Zoo. However, problem with that is they are cursed. Kansas City Current, they're doing pretty good. They're doing pretty solid. They still have a hell of a fan base. And, just again, for those that are just tuning on in right before the next show coming on up, Kansas City Current and the rest of the NWSL is on break until Friday, August 23. The Current will be playing against the Washington Spirit on the road Sunday, August 25. And then we'll be back in Kansas City on, what did I say, the 28th at noon, where they take on Gotham. Hopefully we don't have any bad spirits with that, guys. But man, Bishop, while we still have some time left, we've got to do a big thank you to everybody that's joined our show. This is great. You know what? I bet you it's because of our Kansas City swag. I
tend to agree. Yeah, I agree, man. Has to be.
I think we're definitely going to be getting some extra help on behind the scenes here. So that'll be exciting for us. We're always trying to improve the show, and if you follow us on YouTube or on Instagram or what have you, make sure to interact with us. We're here every Monday about the 5 o'clock hour or so. We might be a little bit behind schedule a little bit, but it's kind of like Kansas City traffic. It has its things. Man, oh man. Bishop, any closing remarks?
No, man. Good luck to the rest of the NFL league. You're about to witness history in the making, three-peat underway. I'm excited, man. I think Good Morning Football came back on today. I think it was the first day back on the air. Man, we're here. We're here.
Yep.
Thursday. Thursday is the first game, right? It's the Hall of Fame game.
Yep.
But
still,
yeah, Houston and somebody, I think Chicago or somebody. Yep. Hall of Fame game Thursday. So, and then next thing you know, we roll into preseason. Football's here.
Football is here, and I am so excited for it. And I'm not saying that I miss anything. I don't like the break from screaming every weekend, but I feel bad.
Get your meds ready.
I'm telling you,
get your meds ready. Definitely.
Let me tell you, I'm glad I made friends with my neighbor. And I told him what was going on. He's like, "Oh, we haven't heard anything from you at all." I'm like, "Well, either y'all are asleep or y'all aren't really hearing me." I'll try to fix it up next season.
Right.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, everybody who's visiting St. Joe for practices and this and that, or even if you're outside in Kansas City, it's stupid, ridiculous outside. It's only going to get worse. We're going to have a heat advisory all this week. It's deadly. So don't mess around with it. Drink your water. Make sure you get fed. Stay indoors if you can. If you absolutely have to go outside, bring that water that concerns you, your family, your kids, your pets, and definitely your pets. Do not leave anybody in the car. Do not leave anybody in the car. It's 1 billion degrees outside. Don't do it.
Please don't
do it.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Well, Bishop, I think that was a lot. So we have to remind our folks, everybody that's watching us right now, what's going on. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok at IESportsRadio.com. Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music for iSports Radio, iSportsRadio.com. Get our merch at iSportsRadio.com/shop. Find us at This Is KC Sports. You can find us on the Twitter at ThisIsKC_IESR. You can follow me at Real Franchise. You can follow the Bishop at XRunners with a Z. Give it up for Planet Jerky 3 and Brisket Jerky. This is jerky on a whole other planet. And of course, last but not least, make sure you holler at Seal the Deal, Wax Deal. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. We will see you again next week, next Monday at 5 p.m. or so. For my man Bishop, my name is Brandon the Franchise Buck. and this is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Ladies and gentlemen, goodbye and